Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. One of the things about resting at this bonfire is that you always get ambushed by these enemies um, that are stationed here. There used to be 4. I don't know if they just make the 4 of them like a one-time event, or they just changed it to 1, because this used to be very annoying. If you just rested at this bonfire, you'd basically be shot to death. I'm taking him out because I want to go in here at full health. Didn't want to waste a life gem or an Estus. Oh, a heavy crossbow. We can sell that to Gavlan eventually. I don't know if there's nothing here. We are basically getting close to the first of the major bosses in this game. The quote-unquote first of the 4 lords who we have to defeat to progress. Well, I shouldn't say that. You don't actually have to defeat them to progress. One thing I didn't really talk about so far throughout this playthrough, and you know, a lot of the times I'm just talking about this game's mechanics for people who maybe only joined my channel during Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3 and, you know, don't know much about Dark Souls 2, because, you know, not everyone has played all the Souls games, which is understandable. There is a mechanic in this game, one of the probably the most criticized mechanics of this game, the whole soul memory thing. If you look here, how do you bring up that information that help screen? Oh, there it is. This is your soul memory. Souls that once dwelled within the flesh will always remain in memory. Could this be a blessing or a curse? Basically, all the souls you ever get in this game are quote-unquote stored on your character in terms of soul memory. And soul memory mainly serves as a guidance to online. Usually the game tries to, well, not tries to, but it matches you with people who are generally in your soul memory. The reason they did this in this game is to avoid one of the problems, well, not problems, but one of the things that the first Dark Souls had, where you had players who were, thought there was an enemy there, who were good at the game. Oh yeah, there is one of these flag style sentries here, who were good at the game and cleared it at low levels or even level 1 and got one of the more powerful elemental weapons and then went to new game, and because Dark Souls 1 matched players in PvP based on levels, they would essentially gank weaker players, and I think that put a lot of new players off of online, because there were quite a few of these kind of people in the first months of the game, even first year. And you know, it can be argued whether, you know, fighting a player who's a lot more experienced, has better equipment with you, what am I talking about, than you. I think it's because I'm fighting this asshole here. Has better equipment than you and good armor and everything, whether that's fair or not. But you know, the other thing is that player cleared the entire game at base or low levels, so he should be allowed to have some fun, shouldn't he, with ganking? I think so, at least. I never had a problem with that, but apparently FromSoft did, because they changed the mechanics of this game where eventually ganking low level players is impossible, because you keep getting soul memory as you play through the game, and that is automatically gonna put you against higher opponents, which, you know, was criticized by a lot of people because it removed the entire prospect of like low level PvP and low level cooperation, because it was basically impossible after a while. You will always eventually reach the high level players. The other thing is that soul memory caused, and I think that's one of the bigger problems that I personally experienced with soul memory, is that there is no reason to ever stop leveling. Basically in Dark Souls 1 and even 3, you know, there is no point in pushing your character past, you know, like level, well, like 150, I guess. That's probably the maximum that you would ever get to, because after a while you're just gonna run out of opponents to fight. Here in this game, because of soul memory, I think 10 million soul memory is the highest sort of tier. And eventually, if you play a lot of PvP, everyone is gonna reach that 10 million tier, which is okay because some people still kept to the leveling requirements. I always kept my character around like 150 in this game as well. Some people didn't and basically maxed out all their stats, and that's when you had like people who were wearing Smelter set or Havel set, were quick rolling and were casting like Crystal Soul Spear and shit like that. Oh yeah, this Sellsword Luet is also here as a full-fledged phantom. I have summoned him or her for the fight before, but he's absolutely worthless, so no reason to do that. I will summon Lucatil, but before we do any of this, I am gonna go back and rest at the bonfire because I want to go in to this boss with more than 4 Estus, and my weapon has degraded quite a bit as well. There's nothing in here. Cool. But yeah, that's what I was trying to get out of Soul Memory. That, yeah, there was no reason to ever stop leveling your character. And the other thing I wanted to kind of summarize about Soul Memory is that there is a point in this game, that's kind of the quote-unquote halfway point, I would say, where you need the souls of the 4 lords to pass. However, you can also pass if you have at least 1 million Soul Memory. And that's basically what all the speedruns of this game do. We can't do anything there. All the speedruns of this game focus on beating one of the 4 lords, the Rotten, over and over again using the, the bonfire ascetics, eventually getting to 1 million Soul Memory, and then clearing the game out through that. Because the Rotten is pretty easy, and getting to him is pretty easy as well. So yeah, 2 ways to quote-unquote clear the first half of the game, which is something that I like a lot. I like that they give you another option in how to tackle this entire first section. I mean, again, I could have done the same thing. I could have just gone to the Rotten and beaten him over and over again in like New Game Plus and Plus Plus and so on. I did not do that because obviously that is not very interesting to watch. But maybe I'll do eventually something similar that I did with Dark Souls. I had a series called Sprint Souls where I tried to clear the game as quick as I could. Haven't done one for this game because I actually think this game might be harder to clear. You have to be very on point. You have a lot less room for error, I feel like, than in doing the same thing for Dark Souls 1. But whatever. That's the basic gist of Soul Memory. Again, I think it was kind of a misstep, Soul Memory, honestly. They could have handled, you know, like ganking a lot better, I feel like. It wasn't really, again, I personally didn't ever think that it was a problem. But you know, apparently not everyone felt that way. Still, we are gonna summon Lucatil here. And I think we'll be able to clear this section out. The Flak-Style Sentry obviously doesn't respawn, thankfully, so yeah, we'll just be able to clear this. Is this the first time I've summoned? No, I summoned her for the Flak-Style, of course. Again, I meant it does respawn? Shit. God, I cannot avoid that attack for some reason. Okay, we might be screwed. Lucatil, you wanna... God damn it. I did not think he would respawn, to be completely honest with you. This sucks because she's gonna take a lot of damage. We don't want her taking a lot of damage because we want her... You know what? I think we're gonna do something different here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the crystal, the separation crystal, and banish Lucatil for now. Yeah, Lucatil, we're gonna send you back. Shit. He respawns. I can't believe that. I don't know why I didn't remember that he respawns. It sucks. I actually will probably need to rest because I think you need to rest at a bonfire to be able to resummon phantoms. yeah. We're gonna do this differently then. This is taking more time than I expected. I'm gonna clear this section out. I do have a repair powder, hopefully. Yeah, I do. And that's when I'll summon Lucatiel. I want to get rid of at least the Flaxel Sentry before I summon her. Okay, let's do this differently then. That's the one enemy I didn't really expect to respawn, but I guess that's fine, you know. There used to be a different type of enemy there, in this area, in the water. Also a very annoying one, but I think like Flaxel might actually be worse. Did I pick up that? Wasn't there... I think there used to be an undead... Not a bone shard, but... whatever the thing is that upgrades your Estus in this game. It's bone something as well. I think there used to be one here, if I remember correctly. Maybe they changed that. Maybe that's the one they put in Hate's Tower. It used to be like, I think here? Nah, because I already picked up the item that's here. Alright, you fuck. Yeah, I actually avoided the attack. You can block against this guy fairly well. Out. Screwed up my dodge. It is really difficult to judge distance here, as you can see by the fact that I can't seem to avoid many of his attacks. They made this section a lot more annoying than I thought. Only if you want to do this with Lucatiel though. Because obviously I have a clear shot at the boss arena, so I could just sprint through here. Not give a fuck about this guy, which would be the best, but then I wouldn't have the boss fights needed to complete Lucatiel's quest. But I think I mentioned this. Oh, fuck. You know what? I think I'm just gonna cut out me clearing out this section, because this is gonna be really lengthy and really annoying. So yeah, I think we'll do that. So I'll see you guys back, because you already saw me do it. I don't want to bore you. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. As you can see by my souls, I actually managed to get myself killed by falling off the ladder. So I lost whatever souls I had. Doesn't matter, with all these consumables and all the shit we can sell, we'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and do this, boss. I have 4 Estus, 25 life gems. I think we should be in the clear. Just need to check what weapon buffs I have. Don't know what's best against this boss coming up. Definitely not dark. I think she's actually resistant to dark. Alright, Lucatiel. Let's do this. Lucatiel can handle most of this boss fight. And then we'll have 2 out of 3 for her needed summons. Yeah, let's go ahead and buff up. I am gonna watch the cutscene because this is a badass cutscene. Except for that fucking red aura they put on every one of them. So the thing that's interesting about all of the major bosses in this game, who I can't seem to hit, is that they're all reflections of the 4 bosses from Dark Souls 1. Obviously, as you saw by the intro, the Lost Sinner is the Witch of Izalith. And she's being really elusive today. She's normally not like this. Just heal up. Pressed square there and nothing happened. She's normally not this slippery, I swear. A lot easier to hit. Oh, if Lucatiel dies, I'm so screwed. Got her down to half. As you can see, she does decent damage, Lucatiel. That's good. That's more than can be said for some of the other... Okay, she's actually nearly dead. Oh, that was an awesome dual whiff. Oh, fuck, don't kill me. Heal up, come on. Okay, that was really lucky that she went for Lucadil. It'll finish me there, actually. Alright, 1 down, 3 to go. Thanks, Lucadil, you barely managed to stay alive. She used to be better at this boss fight. I don't know, maybe they changed her AI. The Lost Sinners, I mean. Again, she didn't really used to dodge that much. Whatever, so yeah, the Lost Sinner represents the Witch of Izalith. You saw that a tiny bed of chaos actually crawled into her eye. Is there used to be a chest here, right? Oh, there is. Okay. Tiny bed of chaos crawled into her eye, which, you know, kind of cements that connection. I don't know how much the soul talks about this. The Lost Sinner eternally punishes herself for the sins of her past. Yeah, I guess that is kind of a hint. Some people have mixed feelings about a lot of references to Dark Souls 1. I mean, if you think Dark Souls 3 has a lot of throwbacks, well, this game has just as many. Yeah, essentially all of the 4 bosses, major bosses we're gonna fight here are, like I said, callbacks to the ones from Dark Souls 1, which, you know, is okay. I mean, they do change them up enough. I wish they were a little bit more challenging though, because these bosses, maybe it's just because I played the game a lot, are not the hardest. Lost Sinner was a fair challenge the first time around. And in New Game Plus, she is more annoying. Oops, don't even think about leaving that. No, actually, I think leaving is fine. Discarding is what gets rid of it permanently. Just gonna boost myself up as much as I can. Alright, cool. That gives us enough. How am I doing on, like, upgrades and shit? I actually have 3. That might be enough, right? Or am I already up to the point where I need 4? Let's see, reinforce. No, I can do this. Nice. Titanite chunks are what we need, which we won't be able to get for quite a while. Alright, how am I doing on other stats? Oh. I guess they're called old ones in this one. Same difference, you know. Let's see. Wow, I can get a lot of levels. First things first, we're gonna get this to 20, which will give me enough for my weapon. Something like this. I feel like I still need more adaptability. These iframes, man. I need those iframes. Guess I'm doing fine on HP and endurance. Other than that, I think I am gonna buy a couple of life gems. Stock up. Get rid of this. This is the one thing, I always forget to switch out the Ring of Binding, which is one of the things. It's a mistake I always make. See, I did that fight with the ring when I could have had the Royal Soldier, for example. Alright. Other than that, all we need to decide now is where to go from here. There are... I don't even know. You know what? Let's go and head into the forest. I don't have the souls to buy the Silver Cat ring. So instead, we are gonna go ahead and hit up the thing beyond the petrified statue. I think they kind of hint at you to do this next. Obviously, after the Lost Sinner, you get a fragrant branch. Again, they're kind of giving you a hint that this is where you should go next. This guy sitting here, he's another NPC quest. One that's a lot less interesting, I think. This is Benhart of Hugo, or Hugo, I don't even know. It's Benhart of something. And these guys are kind of annoying, these ball sack monsters. It's not really a ball sack, it's their stomach that's hanging down, but whatever. Oh, broadsword. Nice. Should really find Gavlan and sell this shit, but we are gonna eventually get to Gavlan's permanent home. This is also a kind of important NPC. Do not pull that, by the way. Only after you talk to her. Okay, I don't have flash shards. Good. She's gonna cough a lot. At the start. Alright, alright. We'll give you a moment. Okay, don't throw up on me. Yeah, you're fine. Rosabeth, that's her name. She's the pyromancer. Alright. Yeah, thanks for the prism stone. We are not gonna use pyromancy. The other thing is, you can play dress up with her. She's gonna ask you for equipment. Okay. I always give her some like low level equipment that I don't need. You can give her like Havel's armor as well if you want to, but why would you? She thinks she's fine without the helmet. It doesn't really affect anything. Yeah, this hollow infantry we're not gonna use. We're also not gonna use this. Pretty much you can give her anything that you can farm if you want. And then you don't even quote unquote lose anything. But yeah, she sells rings. These small yellow, orange and blue birds boost your defenses. Doesn't really do anything. Fire seeds, this is what levels up your pyromancy flame in this game. So that's different. That's been different in every game.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy for this gift. After I change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord.
Yeah, she's looking for her Lord, who I don't remember who that is. Well, whatever. Once you pull this lever, you are gonna have to deal with enemies. If you want to be careful, because you can accidentally hit Rosabeth. If you want to be more careful, you can wait until she moves to Majula before doing this. But like I said, you can give her equipment that you can just farm and then you don't even lose anything. But yeah, like I said, upgrading your Pyro Glove has been different in every game. Like, it was only Souls in Dark Souls 1, then these Fire Seeds in this game, and normal upgrade materials in 3, which I think probably works best. One thing that's really interesting about this game is that it's the only Souls game. Yeah, there is a bonfire in here, which you can light, but I'm not gonna rest that because it just respawns all these asshole enemies. There is a bonfire just a bit up, so we don't have to worry about much. That was a weird jump. Don't know if there's anything else here that's worth picking up. But yeah, like I was saying, this is the only Souls game where... Oh, there's another one as well. Another door. Thought there was only one. Again, I don't know if there's actually... Oh, it's... One of these guys is here? That's really weird. I didn't even remember that. Okay, just die. Didn't even hit me. There is something in here. Soul of Proud Knight and Human Effigy. That's fine. We'll take that. Trying to look into the other one. You know what? Whatever it is, we're not gonna bother with it. Let's just move on. Let's get to my point. This is the only Souls game where there are actually 2 pyromancy flames. There is a dark one as well, which is absolutely useless. I don't think anyone has ever used the dark pyromancy flame. It scales with your hollowing. So the more hollowed you are, the stronger it's supposed to get. But honestly, like, if you have both, like a +10 normal flame and a +10 dark flame, even fully hollowed, the difference in the damage it deals is so minor that... Shit. Yeah, these guys also poison you. And in this stage, you're likely not gonna have stuff that removes poison, so that's why you gotta be careful. So yeah, even at like max hollowing and everything, the difference is so minor that it's not even worth it. It's better to deal, you know, less damage and have full health than deal a little bit more with like less than, I think the lowest hollowing you can go to is like 40% of your max health. So yeah, not worth it. It's more interesting lore wise, but unfortunately it, oh shit, I'm gonna get poisoned. Unfortunately it even looks the same as the standard pyro glove. There isn't even like a unique look to it, or it doesn't change your spells or anything, so kind of goofed that one, I would say. Could have made that a lot more interesting. Alright, all these guys, they nearly again poisoned me, which I didn't kind of expect. Usually I take out this group pretty quickly. Guess that can't happen every time. Getting a lot of broadswords, which is okay. Which one is that anyways, the broadsword? That one is also pretty good, right? That's the more strength. It's the same as the longsword, but more strength scaling. I think it even has the same moveset. Alright, well this is gonna be one of the more important bonfires. A lot of stuff branches out from here. So yeah, we are gonna have a look around. Up here, nothing we can do just yet. Gonna be coming here much later, however... Oh yeah, these guys are kind of annoying. There's an ogre here, I just remembered. Yep. These guys are, by the way, officially called ogres, I think. Shouldn't be too much. Oh, he has a lot of HP. This might be a higher level one. But you can get him stuck in the animation loop. These are very easy patterns. Just need a bit of patience. Oh, that's a new attack. Come on, do the other one. I like it better when he does the slam. The body slam, because I'm gonna heal up just in case. Yeah, obviously you can get more damage in when you oh, you're an idiot. That isn't even close to hitting me. Oh shit. Luckily, this game, just like in Dark Souls 3, you can't have more than 2 hits of stun lock. So that's how I was able to avoid that. Still, I came up here, and these guys you have to be careful of as well, because they petrify. Came up here because of this, the red tear stone ring, which does make an appearance in this game, of course. Only difference is, and it's the main problem with the red tear stone in this game, is that it only affects physical attacks. So, you know, obviously, the strength of the red tear stone in the previous game was that it affected everything. And I think they even brought down the amount of attack power it gives you. The red tear stone is not good in this game. Oh yeah, this is another enemy that they added just for this version of the game. Not added, but these enemies only appeared in Majula in New Game Plus. And I think they felt that they're probably wasting a good enemy design just by putting them into New Game Plus. So they put them here, which is okay. These guys do have lore. These are, I think, the Falconers. And I think over here... Oh yeah, they changed this as well, right? This is where that ring used to be. The ring of life protection. That I was talking about, you know, that you could just repair and... you could essentially keep your humanity forever. I don't actually know where they put them in this version of the game. There's like three of them around. Oh yeah, also bastard move. That is an enemy right there. Yeah, these enemies, there are a couple of them around that look like those player phantoms you see. And honestly, the first time they got me with that. But, you know, that's a first time thing. These guys are still annoying because They have very quick attacks with the dagger. And obviously you can't lock on to them. So that was a 3-hit stun. I was just talking about that. Maybe it's only with the larger weapons. So yeah, these guys are irritating, but now he's dead. What did I lock on to before? Must have been a mistake. Dragon Slayer, Crescent Axe, Golden Falcon Shield. Great weapon. I don't know how it is in 3. But I do know that in this game, this is a fantastic weapon. The axes have great movesets. So yeah, if you want a good weapon, you can try this one. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and head back and rest at the bonfire. And wrap up this episode here. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I'll probably revisit Majula at the start of the next episode to upgrade my Estus. And yeah, then we'll move on into the forest. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.